This is the deep squat assessment. If you have a yoga block, that's really the ideal scenario. What you're gonna do is position the yoga block at its highest height, and we're gonna call this position 1. I'm gonna put this right behind the client, and what I'm gonna ask her to do, Brittany, would you just tap your tailbone to the block behind you, please, and come back up. Great. So Brittany was able to successfully touch this, and I know she has good range of motion. I want to see if she can even get further range of motion. So I'm going to lower the block. Now this is position 2. Brittany, do the same thing for me, please. Touch the tailbone to the block. Okay, again, showing great range of motion. She touched it at level 2. We're going to bring it down to its lowest position. This is a level 3 position. Brittany, same thing. Excellent. So I'm obviously working with a very skilled client here, but you will have clients who won't even be able to touch the level 1. And so we may put them in a different position or try to access their range of motion in a different way, because sometimes fear does play a role, especially when you're dealing with a client who is already quite pregnant or maybe second trimester and doesn't feel comfortable sitting down into that deep squat position. So a couple of ways we can achieve this is for me to actually hold her hands and just ask her to squat as deeply as she can. Okay, so this gives her a little safety. She's being supported by me. Come on back up. And another way to do this as well is to get on all fours in quadruped and ask the client who is starting in this very, very safe position is to walk back onto her feet. So she's going to tuck her toes under. She's going to push her hands back and walk her way onto the flat foot position. So I'm still able to assess the range of motion, but it's less scary, and she can come out of it back into quadruped. So that's a great way to supplement your training, is to get your clients into that deep squat position. But for right now, we're purely looking as the assessment. So that is the deep squat assessment.